What video game caused you the most amount of rage? Probably one of the early Northeast's Castlevania games. I'm not sure which one, but it was one of those long platforms jumps. One of the few times in my life I have thrown a controller. I've heard those early Castlevania games are nicknamed controller busters or something like that. Runner up, Jet Bike level of Battletoads. Simon's Quest. The second one is generally regarded as the black sheep, kinda like how Zelda 2 was, because it's based around exploration and the secrets are really obscure, like waiting for the tornado. Unlike in other games like that, the townsfolk are worthless and half the shit they tell you is so poorly translated it basically means something completely different. Some PC baseball game I bought at the Scholastic Book Fair in the 90s. It booted out of DOS. I must have just been too young or accidentally set the difficulty too high, but I literally couldn't get a hit. I ended up crying and throwing the game away. Edit. I tried finding it. I think it was Hardball 4th. At least you got that toxicity out of your life. I never hated a game, myself, or the people around me more than the one time I played Overcooked. My entire family played Overcooked one time and we were advancing really quickly. We were on this Arctic map I think, and I accidentally pushed my mom into a pool of water while she was delivering the last meal we needed to win the level. We failed. I never thought a rocking pirate ship could cause so much anxiety and hate. Guitar Hero 2 expert playthrough, just the song Freer. My pre-teenage hands were just too small to be able to consistently hold the Gren button and have to stretch to the orange. On the plus side I did feel like a rockstar smashing the guitar. That song is the most cramp-inducing song ever. Fucking jam. Though, The Sword is a kick-ass band. Ultra underrated too. I hope their quarantine jams are a sign of a new album and the end of their hiatus. Sonic 3. The Carnival Night Barrel. Echo the Dolphin. I consider it one of my favorite games, but the difficulty curve is super wonky. The Lagoon was the third level, and by far one of the most difficult ones in the entire game. I owned this game for years and never got off the first screen. I thought the whole game was just swimming around in that little cove. I was a stupid kid. Dude. Ducking same. I swam around and around trying to find something. Anything. I thought it was just broken. This is the first time hearing that it's an actual game and not a dolphin swimming simulator. Ghosts and Goblins on the Northeasts. Fuck that ducking game. Some vintage games are designed to be coin guzzlers for arcades. Ghosts and Goblins are one of those. This is how Nintendo killed the arcade. Great example of a quarter guzzler. But once people had a Nintendo, they didn't need to go to the arcade anymore. That's a good thing though, because I think it allowed video game development to really flourish in terms of creativity. I remember as a kid how all of my friends had a Northeasts and were able to beat this game at home. I'm 40 now and pretty good at video games, but I still suck at this game. XCOM. Critical tactical situation. Life and death. 99% chance to hit. Swing and a miss. I love the game and fucking hate it. My favorite Steam review of all time is the guy who said there's a 99% chance he would recommend the game and then gave it a thumbs down. Wait, that's ducking clever mayo. Aladdin, where you gotta go through the lava cave on the rug. And Lion King. Fuck the Hakuna Matata waterfall. The Simpsons. Hit and Run. Anyone who played it knows. I love this game. I wish they'd do a re-release. That said, the level where you are chasing Cletus, I think, at a high speed, ramming him so he drops roadkill that you somehow have to also collect without him getting too far ahead, can duck right off. It's at level 3 with Lisa and Apu. It was a bit difficult a few times, but then I got too good. The hardest mission I ever dealt was the garbage mission at level 5. I never figured out there were shortcuts. The donut mod is what infuriates the most, since it's a worse version of the mission that you described, but you can hit the car at all. Personally, PvP in any sort of game, be it Destiny, Rocket League, CS, COD, League, I can't stand playing PvP in games anymore. Used to only play PvP game types. Now if I have to touch any PvP mode I absolutely detest my time and hate every second of it. I don't know if it's because I'm average at said game and the competitiveness of it drives to anger, or because of teams not working to win at all, or the fact that I'm a bit more mature and older than I was. I don't know. But I know for a fact a good story-based game will always, 100% of the time, make me so much happier, and I will enjoy it so much more. Geometry Dash. For me it was the original version. The impossible game. What a great ducking game. The music was amazing. GTA San Andreas with that mission of flying a plane through the corona on the other plane. Also GTA San Andreas with the mission of trying to fly an RC plane shooting vans while David Cross shouts at you. Rainbow Six Siege. Where the fuck did he shoot me from? Tom Clancy's How the Duck Was That Not a Headshot? Tom Clancy's How much health does a ducking 3 speed have? Question mark? Question mark? Super Mario Sunshine and the damn secret levels. Don't understand how anyone can love those levels. I unironically love some of them. I can't deny that I get Vietnam flashbacks whenever I hear the music though. For Honor for sure. No game has taken me to the same level of pure anger. Most of online PvP game. Because my internet connection is a shit. It has to be GTA Online. The amount of time and effort, only to have some shitbag on a flying bike blow up all that work for his self-enjoyment fills me with an inhuman amount of fury. Yeah, I don't know of a PvP community more toxic than GTAO. GTAO used to be so great back in the day. Don't get me wrong. I still play all the time, but I miss the days when the most dangerous weaponized vehicle was the Hydra lol. I do really enjoy all the new heists though. Cuphead. R.I.P. My controller. That ducking dragon took years off my life. The first time I played Cuphead, it was on my old laptop, which ran every boss fight perfectly fine, except good old Matchstick. As soon as he brought out his other two heads, my game would lag so badly and go down to about 10 FPS. Beating him at that frame rate with one heart left is still one of my biggest gaming accomplishments ever. Getting over it. If you don't have that golden pot, then you haven't gotten over Bennett Foddy. Oregon Trail. You kill a buffalo that weighs 7 million pounds. You take 100 pounds with you. You've been raided by bandits. You've lost 100 pounds of meat, 22 boxes of bullets, and 2 sets of clothing. Rocket League. After 2500 hours it's more age than fun, and I should stop playing. I played several hundred hours without even realizing you could play competitive ranked matches without Rocket Pass. I basically thought you had to pay for Rocket Pass to play ranked. I thoroughly enjoyed the game up to this point and rarely had toxic experiences. Then I found out about ranked. I played competitive and lasted about a week before quitting the game completely. Haven't played in months and don't plan to. I even played console, so I didn't encounter many players with keyboards, so rarely did I get chat other than the presets. I never thought something so simple as what a save or nice shot would send me over the edge. I'm 40 years old and one of the calmest people ever. Trying to explain the toxicity to someone who has never played is actually kind of comical. My non-gaming friends are like, so you quit a game you loved because people would tell you nice shot when you missed. Back in the day, my Northeast's controller had bite marks in it because I didn't know you could save your general progress in Kid Icarus by writing down this code that appeared after you died. Yet I was determined to beat the game. I would spend hours making it to the end, only to die and be reset to the beginning of the game. This caused my 12-year-old brain to become flooded with the rage of a zombie horde, and so I would sink my teeth deep into the flesh of the controller until the darkens would subside. Edit. Holy shit. Guess I wasn't the only one. Edit. Thanks for the awards guys. Next time send cash. Modern children will never know the pain of not being able to look simple things up on the internet. I'll make my children go offline whenever I need to call someone. League of Legends, because either you get stomped by a much better opponent that is likely to be a smurf, or your teammates think they deserve to be on a higher elo but play like it's their first time. Even if you stay calm, at some point the hate other people put into the chat makes you rage as well. Call of Duty. Just about any of them, but Warzone really gets me heated every time. Warzone. Everyone sees me before I see them. Always. If through some kind of magic I see them first, I can actively be shooting them, and they somehow manage to turn around, see me, shoot me, and kill me before they go down. All while taking bullets from me. Madness. Let's go with lag. Dota 2. The climbing game where the guy is stuck in the pot. Getting over it. Shoo buddy. FIFA. It's shortened the lifespan of too many of my controllers. I don't even play it that often anymore, but it still manages to break something. It has most defiantly shortened my own lifespan by about 8 years. Among Us. Not even the game itself, but public servers have pissed me off so much. It amazes me how stupid everyone can be. AK Brotherhood. I swear to god Ezio is just magnetically attracted to the ground. I wouldn't even press any buttons and he would just ducking yeet himself headfirst onto the ground. PUBG. Busted ass trap full of cheating shitbags, throw your controller across the room. Most addictive game ever. 20 minutes in. Got sweet loot. 30 left alive. Being super careful, haven't seen a soul. Bang. Headshot with a Kar 98. Didn't even get a chance to see who shot you, let alone even try to fight back. I've been on the other end. Once. It's one of the best feelings you get from gaming. Earthworm Jim 3D. Good lord, those boss fights are awful. If you have never played the game, or never heard of it, the boss fights go something like this. You're riding on a pig that controls like butter on a saucepan, fighting against something that constantly shoots you. You can only shoot back by picking up a missile, and the boss doesn't have a health bar. Instead you have to pick up 100 of these blue marbles that the bosses can pick up, and while you have to shoot them, it could become a stalemate for 5 hours only for you to die because you have a health bar the bosses don't, and the camera really doesn't help. Oh, and I hope you like screaming because the player is voiced by Dan Castellaneta. Oh, and you have to do this 5 times. I don't remember the boss fights. I remember being on that underwater level where you can't hot the walls because your ship will crack. Either I didn't have the dexterity for it, or the controls sucked, but my 10-year-old self hated every second of it. Edit. That was the original Earthworm Jim. I only played 1 and 2. I didn't realize there was 2 more. HOLLOWKNIGHT. Still haven't beaten the Radiance. I just sort of gave up after beating the Hollow Knight. Maybe one day. GTA V. These 10 years olds online keep blowing me up with their Oppressor NK second. Dark Souls. It's got a hell of a learning curve, and learning to time dodges and parries properly took hours. Love the game, but it can make me mad faster than any other game I've played. I played with a friend at first, but he kinda carried me. After starting a new character and actually learning what I was doing, I absolutely love that game. It's got some frustrating shit, but the kind of frustrating that actually feels great when you beat it. The ducking archers in Anor Londo. Those ducking archers. It reminded me of playing an old school Northeast game where the level design was really tight but difficult, and I'd have to die a ton before I figured out the right rhythm or pathing for the level. I think I got to a point where I just took all the armor off my guy and just ran as fast as I could across the ramparts. Otherwise their ducking arrows would knock me off the sides. Play Dark Souls 3, my brother-in-law says. It will be fun, he says. But you see, it's only fun if you like the pain and suffering. You can usually tell who's into BDSM based on how much they enjoy Dark Souls. Oh no, I love Dark Souls with all my heart. Apex Legends. I don't know what is more frustrating, the enemy or my teammates. Jump Force. It was supposed to be amazing. How many people spent their childhoods waiting for a definition jam fight for New York style mashup with all the best anime characters. And on top of that we were going to get a character creator? Question mark? But no. Just a watered down arena brawler requiring no skill. And the character creator was just a way to swap the already existing assets of the game's roster. And the original story felt like some Tumblr fanfic written by a 14-year-old who asked Booty if the Malanghrac Tars cameo UTFTHE Malangiro we real? Question mark? Exclamation mark? Question mark? Garbage cash grab. I was just thinking about getting it few days ago. Thanks for saving me money. Mario Kart. I love my partner, but I absolutely will never forgive him for throwing a red shell at me right after getting blue shelled. I went from first to 8th like 2 feet from the end. I haven't understood murder fully until then, and every other time I've played it since. There's nothing worse than this. First place the entire race. Get blue or red shelled 10 feet from the finish line. Entire group passes you in one big cluster duck as your stupid ass flounders around. Fuck. I'm pretty sure that's why I was such an angry adolescent. Even now I can sit through an hour-long loop at the bank and it's less infuriating than the 5 seconds that takes to play out. Don't even get me started on ducking Mario Party. Those developers were digbags. But bless them for giving me a nostalgic childhood. Rainbow Six Siege. Wow. I never thought I would smash a controller, but shit. Was I wrong? Brawlhalla. Overwatch is my most played game and is toxic AF, but Brawlhalla makes me want to stab my eyes out so hard. I'm guessing it's that in Overwatch you have someone to blame. Brawlhalla has a gameplay problem of playing passive being a favorable playstyle, which means you're punished for engaging in a fight. In a fighting game. Yo, I ducking have a rage for spammers in Brawl who think they deserve Diamond Bro. Minecraft. You might not think of it, but I had full netherite armor and gear, like amazing gear. Being the smart person I am, I go to the end without building blocks. I fall in the void, lose everything I have, and absolutely raged. Also, in Hypixel, my ping is good in it, but since there are so many players, you have bad hit registration, treads, and toxic players. Those things make you lose all your self-esteem and you rage hard as duck. I thought of Minecraft too. The combination of anger, regret, denial, and loss when you fall into a lava lake in the nether, slowly sinking. All your gear, your levels, burned away with your hopes and dreams. Great game though. The No Internet Dinosaurus game. The problem is that you're probably already titled when you start that game, since the internet is not working. Doom Eternal. The game is fun as hell, but you don't know true pain till you play on Nightmare. Ultra Nightmare DLC makes me want to end it all. Clash Royale. I gripped on my phone hard enough to get a repair. I feel your pain. That annoying feeling of knowing you're outplaying your opponent, but they still win, because their cards are 4 levels higher than yours. Classic World of Warcraft. There is nothing more rage inducing to me than getting all your world buffs all set to go ducking, run a dungeon or something, and some maximum level geared up piece of shit just camping where you have to go and killing you over and over and ruining your buffs. Every Y fucking G time E. Recently Ark snapped my headset in half and saw a red hue around the edge of my vision as I let out a Rex-like roar. Y tried to land a wyvern on a small piece of dirt near a lava fall. She circled down into it and killed me, but oddly enough, did not die herself. Simply vanished. While on her brother, I went to the same spot to try and find my magically vanishing wyvern, and did the exact same thing, except he died in the process. I was more mad at myself than anything else, and snapped at my incompetence. Icing on the cake, my recently purchased replacement headset was stolen off of my front step by a trio of teenagers masquerading as lawn rakers. Grandma-like Neighbor D walked over with a demolished box and informed me of what happened after they left it on her lawn. Oh, I have so many Ark stories. Little game known as I Wanna Be the Guy. It's like the game was made with the intent of making people rage quit. Dark Souls. Featuring SEN's Funhouse, the Annual Underarchers, Pikachu and Snorlax, Bed of Bullshit, and Manus of the 5-hit combo of death. Dead by Daylight had me all kinds of ducked up, especially just starting out in public lobbies. Crash Bandicoot 4. Fuck knows why they decided to force platinum relics for the trophy. Fuck that game. And what numbnuts thought it was a good idea for half the levels to be full of hidden boxes, and the other half requiring open heart surgery level platforming to get them? Escape from Tarkov or Ark Survival Evolved. Shadow of the Colossus. It was beautiful, but I got lost pretty easily on the open map and seemed to never fully advance in the story. Also, I was a terrible player and I hated every time I died. I started really far away from where I wanted it to. Hours and hours were spent, and all turned to boredom and frustration into rage. As much as I love the game, you're often fighting the controls as much as you are the colossuses. But it came out in 2005, so I can excuse it a little bit. Pokemon Emerald, trying to catch Rayquaza. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.